Okay, good morning, everybody. I'm just setting up the other two feeds, Facebook and YouTube. And I got YouTube, I got the 0-second delay, and okay, good morning, everybody. I'm just setting up the other two feeds, Facebook and YouTube. And I got YouTube, I got the 0-second delay. Okay, that's annoying. That's got to go. All right, so let's get started because we're running a little bit behind this morning. This morning. Um, just get Facebook up. Today's going to be an interesting day for sure. Already positioned in certain things, and Levi's is dumping. Um, and I'm not sure what's going on here, but now is not the time for tech difficulties. Um, Close that. Go live. Cancel. Let's go Facebook. Go live on Facebook. Timeline. Alright. Facebook doesn't seem to be loading up, so I'll just do it manually, no camera. Okay. Yep, that's not working, so we'll send that. Yeah, you got the Powell testimony today. I'm not too concerned about that. I mean, what Trump's trying to do is ridiculous. You can't separate. You can't politicize the Fed. It was made purposely to be separate from the government. It's actually a private institution with shareholders. So, um, this is interesting. I can't seem to get up on Facebook. Hmm. Um, Let me see if I can open up another one. Launch anyway. And then settings, stream. It's streaming. And then we'll go Facebook Live. Um, Copy. All right, I think I got that up. I think that's going. Hopefully you can stream twice. We'll find out and go live. All right. Good morning, everyone on Facebook. This is let's jump right into it, shall we? I'm gonna be doing some trading on the Tradenet account. Boosted the account balance up to 160,000. I thought that when I would upgrade it, they would clear my debt, but they didn't. So I should have just blew the account, and then they would have had to start me at 160, I think. Oh no, yeah, then you have to buy a whole account. Right, I get it. Yeah, it makes sense. But anyway, so all right, let's figure out what we got going on here. All right, let's pop on trade ideas real quick. I'm gonna try to do a pretty fast market scan. So let's get everything set up that we usually get set up. Nasdaq most advanced. Let's get all this stuff set up. Let's see. Most advanced HLIT, huh? Wow, everything is low. Isn't Heli? Heli might be an NYSE. That's why it's not here. Interesting. All right, so back to Benzinga Pro. I don't need this. News, we don't keep on. Remind me to pop on the Benzinga Squawk Box. Top stocks to watch today. Neo. I know Neo is rallying. Already positioned with options to the north and south side. So I shorted some, I long some on Levi's. I might even exercise some today. I will find out. If I'm $3 below the money, yeah, then I'll exercise. Um, let's see. Vips. Vips is not going to do anything, I could tell you that. VLRX, I think, had its run during the pre-market and aftermarket hours, and it hit 520, just like I predicted yesterday. I said this won't go above 525. I think it hit 510. All right, so cool. So we got that going, and let's get stockcharts.com up so we can look at pivot points really quick. And we already know VLRX. So let's see what's the first stock that we're going to look at. Live control room. All right. Looks like we're good on Facebook. All right. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And I have a doctor appointment later on, but I don't think it'll have any effect on this. I see a big head and shoulder formation here. I think this is going to come out to the gate to the downside. Although they did have that 10K, and that might cause it to rally, solely news related. The float's 5 million, it's 1.7 million shares traded. It's definitely worth keeping an eye on. Solid pivot points here are at 449 and all the way down to 355. So we know where the R1 and the R2 is on that already. So we'll be keeping an eye on that. Um, own options long on WD-40 company. So you can see I'm putting in a sell at a price that's ridiculous because sometimes at the open, those crazy orders will fill. If this has a big shot up, it might just fill. So I always like to put it in a crazy order at the open. Levi, I haven't figured out what to do yet, but I know it's down about 2 points, 3 points, 2 points actually, which is not all that crazy. That's like 10%. But I just seen a thing say it's down 7%. So really not much over here. SGH at 11%, 21 million float. Um, no volume. It's got like no volume at all. MBRX, 30 million float. It's within range, up about 10. I don't know. Helen of Troy, no volume. Has a low float though. This might be what I end up playing today on Tradenet. Let me check out the pivot points on HELE. ELE. And I need to know the current price as well. Yeah, as you can see, this one can move if it wants to. So this is where my interest spans because of its low flow. And all right. Also, T-Mobile, something to keep an eye on today. Got switched out of. It got added to the S&P now that Red Hat is merging with IMB. There's a free spot, so they added T-Mobile. So that's a stock to keep an eye on. All right, beautiful. So 143 is the R2, and what's the current price on Heli? Oh, it's not on here. That's right. The current price is 143.15. So, oh, 143.15. I love it. 137. It's not going to go down there, but it will go past the R2. I also want you to keep in mind that we are getting very near to the 52-week high. I am convinced this is going to rally once it breaks the R2, which it is getting very close. 143.90 is the R2, so 144.01 is a solid entry. Or if it pulls back, we know around 137, 138 might be a good point to get in. But all right, so let me put that order in. Heli. VSL. Oh, this one didn't show up. This will show up though on these are two we got to take a look at as well. Neo and Vissel. Um, I don't know why Heli's not on the top 10. I know it's up there, but it's up 8% maybe. Okay, so 144.10 I will put as, let me go, 400 shares, 144.10 stop order, 144.10 my, all right. Put that in the text alerts. 144.10 stop my HELE stop loss 65. No, go 45 on something like that. Target 3 points. All right, send that out. I like it. It's getting closer and closer to that R2. This is gonna rip out the R2, guys, right at the gate. I love it. All right, let's take a look at these two real quick. VLSL, 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 VLSL. And Highlight was on the most, was one that they said to watch as well. So, all right, let's look up VLSL. VLSL. That's not it, of course. VISL. VISL. Um, that's a great trend, man. You can't buck the trend on that one. That is shooting up there. What's the long-term trend? It looks like it's, I don't know, it gets these big shoots in the air and the volume is 3 times the float already. My God, this is when you want to. I was up around that time, 5 in the morning, 7. Ah, I was up. All right. Blah, blah, blah. Where are we going here? Let's look at the pivot points on this one, VISL, and then we'll look at the news and we'll add it because this is definitely something I want to watch. VISL, 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 VISL. Okay, 460 seems to be the R2, so it's far gone past the R2. I would say it was something like that. Um, Charts, VISL, VISL, um, VLRX, VISL. I'll pull back to. What's the news on this? Why is this going crazy? Um, okay, Vislink awarded 2.8 U.S. Army contract for handheld intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance devices. So it sounds like they sold a bunch of, I don't know, binoculars to the Army. It's obviously an overreaction. It's a $2.8 million deal. I think that this one might dump out the gate, but again, I will keep an eye on it at that pivotal point of 460. So let's put a little thing down at 460. You might get a bounce back for sure at that level. All right, create alert, and below. See, now it's starting to dump already. All right, what was the other one on there that I'm missing? Up gappers, VLRX. Let's make sure we add that. VLRX, VLRX. Okay, we know where the pivot points are already. We got them marked off. It looks like it's around that pivot point level. Remember, the next one is at 355. So let's put one with a little thing there. Bing, bing, bing. All right. Heli, we're watching. All right, let's check the most advanced real quick. Running low on time here, so I'm just rushing. HLIT. This is a name that keeps coming up. It's got some volume, but not crazy. T-Mobile's on here, obviously. Something I want to keep an eye on is definitely T-Mobile. I want to keep an eye on all of these, really. HLIT. Oh, I like its price. And Neo, I want to keep an eye on as well. Where can I put you, Neo? I'll always check Roku. So, okay, so we keep an eye on Neo. What's the news with Neo? Neo is up. Oh, good earnings? No? Neo is up. Come on. Electric car. Fourth quarter provides. Okay, vehicles in June. Okay, so there's electric car company. Got it. But isn't it like the Chinese one? All right. Not too interested in Neo. I'm kind of liking HLIT. HLIT. Let's take one look at the pivots on that. HLIT. What's the price right now? It's like 682. Okay. 682. So you wait for the pullback down to 623, and that's when you can enter, or you can enter. You got two options. This is a two entry option. Create alert. You enter at the pivot of 623 or above the pre-market high of 705. Those are both good. So HLIT over 705 or at 625. And we're open. Okay, it looks like yeah, look at the WD-40 company taking off. And Levi's is dumping. Ellie didn't do anything. It didn't break its pivot point. It bounced off, dropped a lot. Look at Levi's dropping like crazy. Okay. I like HLIT over 705. Come on. HLIT over 705. Come on. Am I going to be fast enough? 707. 707. Sector isn't tradable. I'm not using my funds on the other account for this though. Neo VLRX is pulling down to that. SDY kicking it right now. Okay. What happened with Helen of Troy? Wasn't I supposed to get filled on that? Whoa. What happened here? Timeout. What was the pivots? I was supposed to get filled on that. I put in the order. But I do like HLIT over 705. It's in the text alerts. Yeah, I knew it. I had the order for at 144. Unbelievable. I didn't get filled at the 144. Right at the pivot. I bought in at 146.14. I chased that one a little bit. WD-40's rallying like crazy. That option filled even at that crazy price. Way more than it was worth. Levi's is still dumping. WD-40 is just still taking off too. WD-40 company. I'm gonna buy it over 175. Stop. Stop price 175.05. Buy. Let's see if it breaks that. Heli is pulling back now. I don't know what happened to that ticket on Heli at 144. Pissed me off. Okay. Yeah, this is pulling down. Can I short this? Of course not. VLRX, Neo. All right, back to Helia Troy. Let's see. What did I get this at? 164.14. Come on, pull up for me. Give me a limit order. 146. Get something on that. Sell. Come on, come on. Market's pulling back. That's not good. Come on. Let's go ahead. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Such a big spread. Makes it so much harder. Alright, if we can flatten out the spread a little, I could. Market is definitely rallying, so let's go ahead with 2,500 shares, 3,500 shares. Short market TVIX. Okay, Helly's positive. Come on, my order should fill right here. That's BS. I'm at 147. My order should have filled. My order should have filled. Position, position, position. Come on, my order should have filled. All right, Helia Troy still made it pay off. $441. I don't know why. I feel like 8 things went wrong this morning on that order. I had the order in. It didn't fill. All right, let's see if this market can rally past 299. If it does, this number will jump. If it can't, this number will drop. Let's take a quick look at these options here. I messed up. I was supposed to sell Levi at the bottom there. Um, yeah, that literally is just gonna cover my skin. Even though filled orders that was sold at 130, so the PL on the day, right? All right. So if it starts to come up now, I'll buy it right here at 5 cents. It's the lowest I'm gonna get it at. It's 5 cents. So let's hope that that this freaking Levi will rebound a little bit. If not, I'm just gonna have a flat day. All right, what else are we looking at? Levi is not rebounding, of course. All right, VLSL is still pushing to the downside. What's the pivot on this? 460. So don't even consider entering it until it hits a pivot. And same thing with this one. If VLRX hits the pivot and bounces, that's important as well. It's got to bounce off the pivot. It can hit the pivot all at once. If it doesn't bounce, then whatever. That was a nice move though on Heli. Markets are still rallying or what? Okay, up 133 on TVIX and position. I'm going to buy the cover right now. Take that money off the table. Come on, come on. No, no, let it run, let it run. I don't know if it's going to break 299. I don't know. So I'm thinking I should just take this money in the hand. I could have took a partial too. You know what? I can always buy back in on a partial here. Just 500 shares short on the market, and we'll keep an eye on it over here. Because TVIX is definitely downtrending. So let's see what else we got going on. Let's go ahead and turn on the Benzinga Pro Squawk Box. Um, All right, CIE is dumping. VLRX is popping, but don't fall for that. Levi still dumping. HLIT. Wow, man. I hope you guys got in on that. What was the entry on HLIT? 750? I didn't give you guys any other information on that. HLIT. So two good text alerts this morning. 144 HELE. So that's for the point play. I don't know if anybody got in on that. And the target was 147. It went all the way to 149. I hope you held it a little longer. I got in at 147 and sold at 149. I don't know how the hell that happened, but I do know I put in the order. I'm positive on that. Matter of fact, I can go back and check. But you definitely want to take a little partial here. Take on HLIT. I wouldn't, yeah.
MDR, McDermott, Michael Delta Romeo, shares up 9.5%. $10.23 the high after announcing the award by Saudi Aramco. That's Michael Delta Romeo.
Wow, look at this one go. Michael Delta Romeo. MDR on rally. Let's check the pivots on this real quick.
Shares of Ulta trading lower. ULTA traders attributing the drop to a report yesterday that Lady Gaga was launching a beauty line on Amazon.
She
That's
is.
ULTA now at 347.41, down $1.07.
MDR. All right. MDR's pivot points. Pivot points. 1089. Okay, it's coming up on its R1. I really like this stock. MDR. I want attention focus.
SYMC, Symantec, Broadcom deal for Symantec could come as early as Monday. That according to CNBC.
1089. Okay. 1089 would be your entry. Not 1089. 1089 is so close to 11. I would say get in at 1101 MDR. I know that's quite a ways away, but you could take the risk and get it now. But I want to know that I'm getting in at a pivotal point. So MDR, wait till 11. I don't think it's going to hit that far anyway. Let me put the little thing in here. All right. Market is continuing to rally. Looks like we're gonna break 292. Let's check our market screen. Uh, crude is up. Gold, GLD is up. The tick is decreasing, but markets are still rallying. Yeah. This looks like this is getting ready to break 299 right now. I'm going to add shares to this. Oh, did I miss it?
SIRI, SiriusXM unveils major upgrade to streaming experience with new channels, personalization powered by Pandora, and expanded video. Streaming now included for 30 million subscribers beyond the car. That's SIRI.
All right. I just went short again on TVIX.
SiriusXM shares hitting a high of 602 SIRI.
Yeah, I don't care. TVIX. I think the market looks like it's gonna break 29. Please do.
HQY Health Equity shares popping here at 65.18. Hotel Quebec Yankee. Company
Okay.
announcing
It's still very possible we could hit the R1.
offering priced at $61. Now at 64.81, up about 2.5%.
All right, can we shut this guy up for a second? It's very possible it's gonna. This is its rally that it only goes to the R1 and comes back down. But this guy is annoying me, so he's going off for a minute. Jeez, I feel like I'm screaming in here. All right, come on. What are you doing, man? There we go. There we go. Come on, let's break it. Let's break it. Let's break it. Let's break it. Let me put the little create alert when it does break it. We hear that. Oh, yeah, look at the move in the Dow. This should break right now. VIX is dropping, hitting new lows. Come on, we should be killing it. What's going on? Come on. I'm gonna have to put this over here. We just hit a new low on the VIX. Nasdaq is pulling back a little bit. That could be affecting the S&P. This is normal breakout. Just this is what a breakout looks like. We are breakout traders. It's hitting that resistance and it keeps getting tighter and tighter. It started here with a wider gap and now it's getting tighter and tighter. It's got to bust. Look at the Dow busted. This is pulling back. That's probably the only thing. Okay, we broke through. We broke through. We broke through. Come on. Now keep it going. Tick is going down. Levi's still dropping. I gotta toss that freaking bag. Come on. Keep going. Keep going. And now you know what's gonna happen, right? It's not gonna break 300 today. It's just not. It's gonna reverse. And then once it reverses, we're gonna play it to the downside all the way. Come on, come on. Give me some more. Give me some more. 29.25. I have an alert there, so I'm assuming that's the all-time highs. 29 299. Excuse me, 299.25. I have an alert there, so I'm assuming. Um, Come on, keep going. I'm assuming that that's the highs, the 52-week high. So we're about to break that. Let me just back out and double check. Um, let's go 1 year. 180 days is all we need. Yeah, 229.24 is the highs. So we are about to break the highs, and I think we just did it. We just did it. Oh my God, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. That brought us up to $346 right there. Okay, S&P currently sitting at 29. 428 position. I'm taking a partial 2,100 shares right now. Buy to cover. Boom. Market, 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 market. Buy to cover. Boom. Okay. Position. Go up, go up, go up. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Maybe we will break 300 today. If that's the case, this VIX is gonna. It actually might go up. It might have that. That can happen with the TVIX. It can sometimes not have the opposite effect because it's based off the VIX and VIX is increased on based off of fear. It's the volatility index, but it's also known as the fear index. So sometimes it can have an exact reaction instead of an inverse reaction. We're gonna break 3,000 today, ladies and gents. position. I'm selling another 1,000 shares because that is a lot of exposure. And just 1,000 shares to hold is 15 grand on its own. But account up 1,000 on the day. That's what I like to see. I want to be up a little more, obviously, but who doesn't? All right, and then over here, how'd we do? Again, I like this over 11, this MDR, but only if the volume maintains. It looks like the volume might be slowing. You got to remember something. Volume is the most important indicator, whether than anything else. All these other studies, lines, everything I have, volume is the most important indicator. All right, so let's look at the charts. Levi is going up finally. You would think. All right, HLIT. That was a nice pick. Did anybody get an HLIT? You can text it through the text alert group. It's easier for me to see. Because, all right, Facebook I can't see right now. Moved 300%. What? VL? Yeah, but I knew it was going to move down. But guys, don't forget VISL, and I'll take this order too. If it hits 460 and bounces, I'm all over that. I'm all over that. I will buy that. HILT was beautiful. I tried to get in it. HELE was another beautiful trade. All beautiful picks today, guys. I hope we're making money. Let's see. Let's hear it. How we doing? How we doing? Mike, where is the zero delay feed? It says it. Right. Oh, did I not? Yeah, it says it. It's breakouttrading.com dot easywebinar dot live. It's the middle one. Just send it to you. And then soon we're going to add the Instagram. And I think HLIT goes up to. That's a tough one because it's already well above its pivot points. Um, that's a nice stock. I hope you guys get in that. All right, come on, come on. Oh my God, look at this market soar right now. Market is about to break it, baby. All right, it broke through 50, so I'm gonna have to. I gotta see the market. The TVIX is having that inverse reaction that we just talked about a second ago, where now that it's going up so much, fear is actually increasing, thus creating the volatility index to increase. So I'm kind of content with my 1,000 shares right now. Now that it's being flaky like that, because the market is rallying hard right now. I just had an alert go off. MDR. Okay, MDR, guys. Right at the pivot point. It's right at the pivot point. Okay, this is beautiful. It bounced off the pivot point. All right, let me send this in the text alerts. Oh, I hope I'm quick enough. MDR buy at 11:04, and let me get ready too to buy. Uh, MDR. Ah, I'm gonna miss it. I'm gonna miss it. MDR. What is it? $10 a share. 1,000 shares. Stop order. Stop price 11:04. No, 04. Buy. All right. It looks like it bounced off the pivot point, which gives you the ability technically to short. We know, but give it a second to pull back a little and then retry, retest that level. Market is about to break 3,000. Guys, I gotta say it. Market's strong right now. You can't deny it. It is. Trump is just basically pumping steroids into it. It's not stable. It's just swole. WD-40 company is beautiful. Oh, I want to check back on that order that I freaking put in that didn't. TVIX. Looks like TVIX is pulling back now. Or what's going on? It's just having that inverse effect. It broke 51. All right, I'm gonna sell this before it goes negative, or buy the cover rather. Ooh, unbelievable. Okay, so the market looks like it's pulling down now. So I'm going to play both sides. But before we do that, we want to make sure it's a legitimate channel break. Okay, so we have a doji candle followed by a red candle. We broke a psychological resistance of 50. It does look like a pullback, but I'm not 100% sure because it could just be a pullback within the channel. So let it pull back. Right now, it still looks bullish to me. All right, let me see my log. See, I put in a 400 share order at price 0. Did I not put in the price? No, I wouldn't make a mistake like that. See, that was put in before the market opened. Maybe I screwed up. I could always run the tape if I have to. Yeah, this is starting to look like a reversal right here. So I'm going to get in on this TVIX long. Oh my God, I did not mean to go that heavy. Come on, come on, pull back. Keep pulling back. Keep pulling back. Come on, come on. I meant to buy 500 there. So now I just took a 102 loss. There's no reason when you're already profitable. Like in the beginning, yeah, I was buying 4,500 shares, 2,000 shares, whatever the hell it was. But once you're profitable, you never buy in that range again. You just buy low, 500, 1,000, maybe 2,000 if you're super confident. But I am not super confident here. And the important point in this level seems to be the 53. All right, what else is going on? Okay, looks like VLRX hit its. I wonder if I could buy this. No, sector's not tradable. All right, let me get out of this because this looks like this was just part of the channel. So I'm going to go ahead and go back into TVIX and get out of that TVIX long. So, all right. So, it's an unnecessary loss right there. But I do want to go short again because I think it's going to continue to rally. This time I'll go 1,500 shares market short. Keep an eye on that number right here. We broke 50, continuing to rally. S&P 500 hits 3,000 just as the Fed is. A lot of people like the Fed, and even Republicans were saying if Trump tries to get rid of the Fed, we're gonna vote. We're not gonna stand for that. I mean, there's conspiracies on that. 2 days before Kennedy got shot, he said he wanted to dismantle the Fed. So don't F with the Fed. I think we're going to break 3,000. That's exciting. All right. Whatever happened to MDR? I guess it never broke out, huh? Careful here. What's this? Yeah, you see how it's riding that $11 line? This is a beautiful breakout that's about to happen. Beautiful. Volume's pretty steady. What's the float on MDR? And I know what's up on news. MDR. It's got a high float, up 17% already. I think its float's too high for this thing to really take off. I don't know how big the news is. I could check. Oh my God, this is like a perfect formation. It's going to break right through 11. I don't know why I said MDR. This could have a false breakout. That's why I'm thinking of buying at like 10 11:05 6 because the false breakouts usually go to like 5 and then they dump. But the news wins 1.5 billion. That makes sense. Um, Contract. So compared to the other company that had a 1.2 million, that's petty and small as opposed to this. All right, so the market's going up, it's continuing to rally. I got enough shares that I won't get slaughtered if it goes against me, but enough that I can make a decent amount if this thing goes to 300. Let me call this doctor real quick. price right now. I'm about ready to exit it. Market's it's not as bullish position. Yeah, that looks like a change in channel to me. So let's just buy it out here. Market only down. Oh, what happened? This makes no sense. I'm out of that. Zero gain, zero loss. But I'm seeing this pull down here, and I'm really wanting to get in on that. So I'm gonna go ahead and go long here. I'll go long with a stop, whatever. We have significant room, and then that'll be my last trade there. If that's a red trade, then I'm done trading. Stop. What's the purchase price? It's 15.49. 15.49. So if I'm long, 15.49, 1,500 shares. Oh, if you guys, man, let me put the mic closer to my face. Sorry, yeah, I had to get out of that because there's a clear change in channel. Hey, who am I speaking with? Baby would be this too. Hold on, I called earlier. They're not taking the drug addicts today or whatever the hell the deal is. But I got a problem with my wrist, and I took off and everything today, and I got like a ride bringing me out. So I'm literally getting driven out there because I have an appointment at Valley Stream afterwards. Anyway, so can I come in for my wrists? Can I see Andrew for that? All right, I appreciate that. Why didn't I think of this morning? Brazil. Uh, I should have, right? I was going to. I didn't want to feel like I was, putting you in a position. All right, so I'm screwed then. Yeah, please, any cancels or anything. I'm gonna like slide in anyway. When I have to come by, like I said. So, please call me if someone cancels. Thank you, Joe. Bye. Oh my god. All right. Yeah, that's a safe position right now. I would feel comfortable punching that in. It's going to be a little pulling back right before the testimony. Fuck. Excuse my language. I'm sorry. You could see my head is elsewhere. Um, let's see. How's this stupid Levi doing? Yeah, Levi just took another 10 points from me. So that's gotta go. But I know the second I sell it, it's gonna turn around. But who cares? We're talking nickels and dimes here. Alright, so let me get out of that. Huh. Hey, anybody listening right now? I got a question, right? So, long story short, I got a problem with my wrist. It's like it's I don't know. I don't trust the one radiologist. It's not even a radiologist. It was just a regular PCP. He said that there was nothing wrong, but I know there's something wrong. Like if I lift this up, it hurts my wrist. So, and no, I know what you guys are thinking. I did use my right hand for that, but I haven't done that since high school anyway. Long story short, because I'm talking about writing, obviously, I'm a right-handed writer, but so I'm trying to get to this doctor. I've been going to this doctor like 10 years, but he's like an elite doctor. So I have to like, it's crazy. I have to like pull schemes and scams and send them cookies and shit to go. And I called this morning and they were like, no, you can't come in. I was like, why not? And she gave me some BS excuse. And I was thinking about it as I was trading. I was like, you know what? Why didn't I just, you know what? I'll tell her I'll come in as late as I'll come in late the date. So long story short, I have one of the secretary's numbers that work there because of course I do. And she was like, well, you should have just called me when they told you that. I would have got you in. But now I gotta go. I'm going to this doctor. I don't care. I gotta sit in agony because of this freaking no. That's not happening. I'm going to the doctor. All right, we're about to see a wicked reversal. Although this does look like it's a descending wedge. Fangul. It's got support here at 299 position. Oh, no, it's gonna go negative. Come on, pull back a little bit. How's VLRX doing? Nothing. That's a descending wedge. That's gonna collapse. Okay. VLSL. I just happened to catch it on a spike. 760 is the highs. I can't buy this though anyway. Unless I use the other account, which I'm not right now. That's strictly for options. Yeah, I would buy this if it breaks over the highs. VLS. Where did it go to? 518 before it re-rallied. Markets are pulling back. People are getting scared. Fungal. Look at that movement. Oh, here goes the federal chair. He's starting to talk. We should put this on. Actually, I don't know if I can even legally put that on. But this guy is so transparent. I remember a reporter asked him once what he made for a living, and he's like 180 a year. Actually, I can actually share this.
about global growth have been weighing on economic activity. The labor market remains healthy. Job gains averaged 172,000 per month from January through June. This number is lower than the average of 223,000 jobs per month last year, but above the pace needed to provide jobs for new workers entering the labor force. Consequently, the unemployment rate moved down from 3.9% in December to 3.7% in June, close to its lowest level in 50 years. Job openings remain plentiful, and employers are increasingly willing to hire workers with fewer skills and train them. As a result, the benefits of a strong job market have been more widely shared in recent years. Indeed, wage gains have been higher for lower skilled workers. That said, individuals in some demographic groups and in certain parts of the country continue to face challenges. For example, unemployment rates for African Americans and Hispanics remain well above the rates for whites and Asians. Likewise, the share of the population with a job is higher in urban areas than in rural communities, and this gap has widened over the past decade. A box in the July Monetary Policy Report provides a comparison of employment and wage gains over the current expansion for individuals with different levels of education. GDP increased at an annual rate of 3.1% in the first quarter of 2019, similar to last year's pace. This strong reading was driven largely by net exports and inventories, components that are not generally reliable indicators of ongoing momentum. The more reliable drivers of growth in the economy are consumer spending and business investment. While growth in consumer spending was weak in the first quarter, incoming data show that it has bounced back and is now running at a solid pace. However, growth in business investment seems to have slowed notably, and overall growth in the second quarter appears to have moderated. The slowdown in business fixed investment may reflect concerns about trade tensions and slower growth in the global economy. In addition, housing investment and manufacturing output declined in the first quarter and appear to have decreased again in the second quarter. After running close to our 2% objective over much of last year, overall consumer price inflation, measured by the 12-month change in the price index for personal consumption expenditures, or PCE inflation, declined earlier this year and stood at 1.5% in May. The 12-month change in core PCE inflation, which excludes food and energy prices and tends to be a better indicator of future inflation, has also come down this year and was 1.6% in May. Our baseline outlook is for economic growth to remain solid, labor markets to stay strong, and inflation to move back up over time to the committee's 2% objective. However, uncertainties about the outlook have increased in recent months. In particular, economic momentum appears to have slowed in some major foreign economies, and that weakness could affect the U.S. economy. Moreover, a number of government policy issues have yet to be resolved, including trade developments, the federal debt ceiling, and Brexit. And there is a risk that weak inflation will be even more persistent than we currently anticipate. We're carefully monitoring these developments and will continue to assess their implications
Yes,
for the
there is a
U.S.
delay on
economic outlook
YouTube.
and inflation.
To beat the
The nation
delay,
also
you sign up.
continues to
There's a
confront
0-second
important
delay
longer-run
platform we have. It looks like this.
Labor force
It's
participation by
much,
those
much
in the defined
better. There's
working
a
years
chat
is
room,
now lower
all
in the
that
United
stuff.
States than in most other nations with comparable economies. As I mentioned, there are troubling labor market disparities across demographic groups and different parts of the country. The relative stagnation of middle and lower incomes and low levels of upward mobility for lower income families are also ongoing concerns. In addition, finding ways to boost productivity growth, which leads to rising wages and living standards over the longer term, should remain
Am I
high
not on
national
point
priority.
today, or what with my
And
text
I remain
alerts?
concerned about the longer-term effects of high and rising federal debt, which can
This is
restrain
gonna
private
start
investment
rising
and in
here.
turn reduce productivity and overall economic growth.
I'm going heavy.
The
4,000.
longer-run vitality of the U.S. economy would benefit from efforts to address these issues. Against this backdrop, the FOMC maintained
There we go.
the target range for
Break
the
the
federal
view
funds
app.
rate at 2.25% to 2.5%.
There we go.
In the
I'm
first half
hearing
of this year.
negativity in my
At our
earpiece.
January, March, and May meetings, we stated that we would be patient as we determined what future adjustments to the federal funds rate might be appropriate to support our goals of maximum employment and
Go to
price
70.
stability. At the time of our May meeting, we were mindful of the ongoing cross-currents from global growth and trade.
There we go.
But there was
There we
tentative
go.
evidence that these
There we
cross-currents
go.
were moderating. The latest data from China and Europe were encouraging, and there were reports of progress in trade negotiations with China. Our continued
We
patient
broke the view
stance
app.
seemed
Good.
appropriate,
We broke the
and the
view app.
committee saw no strong case for adjusting our policy rate. Since our May meeting, however, these cross-currents have reemerged, creating greater uncertainty. Apparent progress on trade turned to greater uncertainty,
Ooh,
and our
not paying
Contacts in
attention.
Business and Agriculture report heightened concerns over trade developments. Growth indicators from around the world have disappointed on net, raising concerns that weakness in the global economy will continue to affect the U.S. economy. These concerns may have contributed to the drop in business confidence in some recent surveys and may have started to show through to incoming data. At our June meeting, we indicated that, in light of increased uncertainties about the economic outlook and muted inflation pressures, we would closely monitor the implications of incoming information for the economic outlook and would act as appropriate to sustain the expansion. Many FOMC participants saw that the case for a somewhat more accommodative monetary policy stance had strengthened. Since then, based on incoming data and other developments, it appears that uncertainties around trade tensions and concerns about the strength of the global economy continue to weigh on the U.S. economic outlook.
What do they call them?
Inflation pressures remain muted.
Macros.
The FOMC has made a number of important decisions this year about our framework for implementing monetary policy and our plans for completing the reduction of the Fed's securities holdings. At our January meeting, we decided to continue to implement monetary policy using our current policy regime with ample reserves and emphasize that we are prepared to adjust any of the details for completing balance sheet normalization in light of economic and financial developments.
All right, so we go like this. We hit that.
At our March meeting, we communicated our intention to slow, starting in May, the decline in the Fed's aggregate securities holdings and to end the reduction in these holdings in September. The July Monetary Policy Report provides details on these decisions.
Nice.
The report also includes an update on monetary policy rules. The FOMC
2,000
routinely
shares
looks
left.
at monetary policy rules that recommend
Selling 1,000 at a time
rate based on inflation and unemployment rates. I continue to find these rules helpful, although using these rules requires careful judgment. We are conducting a public review of our monetary policy strategy, tools, and communications, the first review of its kind for the FOMC. Our motivation is to consider ways to improve the committee's current policy framework
green
to
across
best
the
position
board,
the Fed
baby.
to achieve maximum employment and price stability. The review has started with outreach to and consultation with a broad range of people and groups.
Good day, guys.
Of Fed Listens events.
Good day.
The FOMC will consider questions related to the review.
I think we're negative over here, though, but it could have been a lot worse if it wasn't for WD-40, if it wasn't for me hedging my positions. I could have been negative 187 instead of only negative 15.
On June 18th, Facebook announced its plans to launch Libra, a new global cryptocurrency as well as a new payment system.
I kind of want to hear about Libra,
which will facilitate Libra transactions. On June 24th, the Federal Reserve's Vice Chairman of Supervision, Randall Quarles,
I want to go back in, but I don't want to be greedy.
In his capacity as chairman of the Financial Stability Board to the G20 leaders, noting a wider use of new types of cryptocurrency, crypto assets for retail payment purposes would warrant close scrutiny by authorities to ensure that they are subject to high standards of regulation. End quote. Signaling that global regulatory coordination of Facebook will be a priority. Chairman Powell, did the Federal Reserve speak with Facebook about their Libra currency, and if so, were any concerns raised? Does the Federal Reserve have any authority to supervise and regulate what could be the world's largest payment system? Does the Federal Reserve have any concerns about monetary policy with regard to Libra?
Thank you, Madam Chair. We did actually have a meeting with representatives of Facebook a couple of months before the announcement. I think they made fairly broad set of visits to authorities around the world. But getting to your questions, let me start by saying that we do support responsible innovation in the financial services industry as long as the associated risks are appropriately identified and managed. And as we'll discuss, while the project's sponsors hold out the possibility of public benefits, including improved financial access for consumers.
All right, thank you guys for watching on YouTube.
Regarding privacy, money laundering, consumer protection, and financial stability.